How's it going, folks? So we got a debut single here from a brand new power metal band. A member of the band reached out to me and asked if I would check out their first song here, which recently released. And I think there's an album kind of on the horizon as well, the debut album. But yeah, I was excited. I said, absolutely, I'll check it out. I love checking out debut songs from brand new power metal bands or just bands in general. So I'm really excited for this. The name of this group is Phoenix Reborn, and the name of this song is Master of the Earth. Looking forward to this. Like I said, there's a debut single here, folks. So let's see what they got, and let's see what awaits us on the upcoming album. I'm not quite sure on a release date, but I know it's coming. So, anywho, let's give it a listen. Rangers, go. ended kind of abruptly. It almost feels like the ending of this song transitions directly into the song that follows it on the album or something. So it's kind of building. There's a bit of like a symphonic, thing happening, almost like there's a shift happening, but like in the song, it just kind of cuts instead of feeling like a complete like ending. So I feel like it just kind of transitions directly into the next track on the album when it releases. I could be dead wrong, but it just doesn't feel like it ends per se. But the first thing I want to say though is this song is incredibly polished for a debut single. I mean, it really, really sounds great. They really know what they're doing over here at Phoenix Reborn. So I'm super, super excited for this new group and for the album and all that. I'm very, very impressed because if I didn't know this was a debut single from a brand new power metal band, I wouldn't think that it is. It has that quality of polish that it just sounds like, it's not their first song. So that's very, very impressive. So yeah, that right off the rip was really, really a surprise, a very nice surprise. That main guitar riff, I love that. It's kind of thrashy, it's heavy, it's driven, it's got a nice edge to it. Love that main guitar riff. Loved it. It's so sick. And the guitar work throughout the whole song was just really, really solid. I enjoyed that a lot. And the whole solo and all that stuff, it was a nice solo because it really had time to breathe. It wasn't just trying to like, oh, how many notes can we do in this very short span of time and then kind of get back on with the song. No, it was quite extended. And it was really, really nice. I enjoyed that a lot as well. So yeah, the guitar work on this song was really, really well done. Also, like there's like a mixture between kind of like keyboard and some kind of symphonic elements, and the two work hand in hand really well. There's no like real kind of like spotlight on keyboard work or anything, but it's definitely there. That sort of sound, in addition to kind of a symphonic soundscape, which helps elevate the sound and gives depth to the song. And that's another thing too that I thought was cool, is that there's a nice depth to the overall sound, or layers or what have you, between like the guitar and the keyboard, the symphonics and all that stuff. It didn't sound empty. And that's one thing I find a lot, I think, on like debut singles and stuff like that. That's why I say this song is so polished, is because sometimes with the recording and the mixing, mastering, and all that good stuff, and getting enough layers in there and giving a song that richness and that depth of sound, that can take some time to develop. So a lot of times it just, you kind of hear like the surface level, the music and all that, and then behind it, it's almost kind of empty. But not here, not on this song at all. It sounded really, really full and just really nice. And all the instruments, everything kind of gets a nice spotlight here. Each one carries its own weight, because you can hear the bass thumping along in a lot of spots. The drum work was really well done. There's some nice like fills and kind of like little build-ups and things like that. So yeah, musically, I thought it was really, really well done. And vocally, I really like his voice. He's got a really nice range. He's got that kind of grit to his voice for some of the delivery of some of the lines and whatnot. But then he's got those like power metal screams and can really kind of wail. And one thing that really impressed me with the vocalist is the delivery of a lot of the line. There was a lot of freedom in the delivery of this. It wasn't like just very regimented, like, hey, I'm going to sing these notes and call it a day. There was a lot of creativity thrown in there, again, because some lines and things have a bit of a grit to it. Some have almost like a theatrical sort of flair to it. And then again, you have like the whales, but then other things too was cool, like that laugh there in the song. That was a really nice touch. I enjoyed that a lot too. So the vocalist really kind of put a lot of personality into the vocals as opposed to just kind of singing the song. There's a lot of personality thrown in there, a lot of little nuance and things like that. And that I always love that. So that was very, very impressive. And the melodies were pretty solid too. There's a nice rhythm to them. At first it seemed like there was a lot, like, because a lot of the line, it is rather wordy, but it kind of grew on me once I kind of settled into the nature of the song and the vocal melodies and the rhythm and all that. I was digging it. It had a nice kind of pep to it, a nice rhythm, and it just sounded really good. The only thing that I will say is, like, in the mix with the vocals at times, not always, but at times, I think mainly sort of like in the verses and whatnot, but also a little in the chorus, it just felt like the vocals in the mix were just a touch muted, just a touch, to where they didn't quite pop. Like, I didn't hear them really kind of like in the forefront or anything. It almost felt like they were just, again, just muted just a smidge. Whereas I would have liked to have heard them kind of a bit more in the forefront, a little bit more crisp. Again, in the mix, the sound of it, not like the vocals themselves, but just the levels there. It just didn't quite have that pop to jump out like in front of the music or anything. It was almost kind of was like down here. And so sometimes, I was listening to it, and I mean, you can hear the vocals clearly, but it's like I just wanted them to emerge just a bit more, because some of the lines, especially some of the more wordy lines, particularly like in the verses and stuff, sometimes the words kind of run together a little bit, and I think that's just because in the mix, again, it's just muted just a touch. So yeah, just if the vocals were brought forward a little bit more in the mix, had a nice crispness and a nice pop to them, I think that would have it just enhanced the song even further. But as it stands, I'm super impressed. I just really like the way the song was constructed, the musicianship, and the approach with the vocals, and just the vocal range and quality of his voice. Really, really impressive. So there's just a lot that I really enjoyed about this song. It's fun. It's got a nice energy to it. And yeah, wow. A debut single here, folks. So very, very impressive. I'm definitely looking forward to what else that they have, in the works and all that good stuff. So definitely a band to keep your eye on. Let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this song here? Are you looking forward to the debut album? Are you looking forward to just more songs in general from these folks? What are your thoughts on this being a debut single? Let's talk about it all in the comments below. And I'll catch you all next time. Ranger out.